Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions video for the upcoming trading week of November 15th through November 19th, 2021. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is, like always, I'm going to examine all the major forex currency pairs using a 30-minute time frame. Okay, and then I'm going to compare that to higher time frames such as the 4-hour daily and weekly chart, and then based on my experience, I'm going to try to give you my best analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week. All right, so to begin with, we look at EURUSD. Basically, to summarize real quick, the EURUSD, Great British Pound, Australian dollar, all these tanked. They dropped this past week while the US dollar shot up. Okay, honestly I did not think the US dollar was going to go up, but it did. So anyways, it surprised me, but it is what it is. So if you look here at EURUSD, we see the price definitely did drop this past week, and it looks like it's hit a fairly strong level of support. Now we had a big drop and then it fizzled out. So the question now, is it going to go up? It doesn't really show signs right now that it's going up. Of course, this was like on Friday afternoon, so the market is pretty much dead at that point in time. But you know, it could drop further. Okay, remember, this is a fairly fresh signal, and it's possibility that it could repaint. If you look at the 4-hour chart, we see that yes, we hit a pretty strong level of support and should be going back up now. If we look at the daily chart, we see the same thing. And again, this is a very, very fresh signal. We have right here what's called a Doji Candle, which is a cross that typically represents a indecision in the market, and there should be a reversal coming. Okay, not always, but typically when you have a Doji Candle like that, there's getting ready to be a reversal in the market. Now we had a long downtrend for quite some time, so in my opinion, yes, it's time for it to go back up. Now this past week I said the US dollar shot up, so if the US dollar continues to go up, then this is going to continue to go down. Okay, so right now it's kind of up in the air. I would not go buying the EURUSD right this minute. Okay, I would wait until at least the London session on Monday just to see what happens with this EURUSD. But overall, if you keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame, you should be safe to both buy and sell. Okay, like I said, right now we're at a strong level of support, so it should be going in a sideways fashion. I do expect the price to go up this week, but I don't think it's going to go up a whole lot. Okay, and again, it's all dependent upon what happens with the US dollar. If you look at that Great British Pound, okay, Great British Pound versus the US dollar, here we see a very similar movement. Okay, the price dropped and then formed a pretty strong level of support, but this one's actually starting to go back up. So it's kind of interesting. All right, look at the 4-hour chart. We see on the 4-hour chart that yes, this one is already going up, so it looks like a pretty good time to buy. If you look at the daily chart, we see a very similar thing. Okay, now we noticed that we had a buy signal followed by a lower buy signal, which happens. Okay, so but the price still did go up. Okay, so question now is it going to keep going up? Well, yeah, I'm pretty confident that it will be going up now. How high will it form another red arrow? I don't know. Okay, that's going to take quite some time. Okay, it might take a few weeks before we see another red arrow form and we go into a downtrend. Now technically the price was going down, okay, even though we had 2 blue arrows. Okay, so yes, you know, that happens. So you look at the weekly chart, however, on the weekly chart it shows to sell, and yes, long term it will be dropping over the coming months. Okay, it's going to take a long time for this to really drop, and we see the price had dropped, gone back up, dropped, gone back up, dropped, gone back up, dropped, and now presumably it should be going back up. So it's probably going to continue that process long term. Okay, so for this week you should be safe to buy. I would say buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame. All right, right now it's definitely going up, so yeah, you should be safe to buy right now. I would wait until the London session, obviously, on Monday before I go place any trades, just to see what the market is doing. It might drop down. If you buy right this minute when the market opens, it might just drop. Okay, we don't know. So I would give it some time after the market open before I go placing a buy trade. Okay, and then once you get a buy trade, you can close it on the next red arrow. Okay, now moving on to Australian dollar versus US dollar. Again, we see the same thing happen. The price dropped this past week and hit a pretty strong level of support and is already going back up. If you look at the 4-hour chart, again, we see the same thing happening, right? So the price is definitely working its way back up and should be continuing going up for the next few weeks. If you look at the daily chart, well, daily chart, we've had a buy signal for quite some time, so you know, that's okay. It's not a big deal, but we can even based on this, we can predict that yes, the price will be going up, because we had a lot of highs and lows. The price dropped and now it's going back up. If you look at the 4-hour chart and we zoom out a little bit, well, I think right here the price had dropped here like that. Yeah, so the price had gone up and down. Now it's going back up again. Okay, so yes, we definitely want to be thinking about buying this week. Okay, you should be safe to both buy and sell, because you know, technically we're not in an uptrend yet. If you get here, if you draw your trend line right here, we see that we have a pretty strong level of resistance. Okay, so okay, once that trend line breaks here and you get a few candles above, well, this is on 30 minutes, even the 1 hour, okay, it doesn't matter. But if you go to the 1 hour chart and you get a few candles above, then we know that we'll be going into an uptrend. Okay, but I have a feeling that we're probably going to go up, hit this trend line and drop back down. Okay, based on what's been happening. All right, but then again, you know, it's all up in the air, because the 4 hour, daily, everything's showing the buy right now. So it's very, very possible that this will break. And no, I don't know. I don't want to say it will, but it very well could. So I would be on the lookout for this trend line to break. Okay, but for the moment, you're safe to buy, because the price is working its way up to that trend line. Okay, now what will probably happen, if you have your charts on the 30-minute time frame, you probably will get another red arrow. Okay, and then you can sell. So what I think is going to happen this week is we're going to see a lot of range of markets. Okay, it can be a lot of sideways movement, and the price will probably, as long as it doesn't break, the price will end lower than where it is right now. So you just be on the lookout. I cannot tell you exactly what's going to happen, but we do see the price going up, and I do feel strongly that the price will hit this trend line and come back down. Okay, based on what has happened in the past. Now let's look at US dollar versus Swiss franc. All the other pairs I showed you were dropping. Now this one's going up. Okay, and we see here that the US dollar had definitely gained this past week and hit a fairly strong level of resistance and is now starting to work its way back down. Now the question is it going to continue to go up, or is it going to be dropping now? Are we going into a downtrend? If we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, we got a pretty strong signal to sell. So that's good that the US dollar is dropping now. And we know that long-term US dollar should be going up. But if you look in the daily chart, it shows the sell as well. So we had a big spike up, and now it's getting ready to come back down. So I would definitely be thinking to sell the US dollar this week. If we look at the weekly chart, however, it shows the buy. And of course, it's been showing that for quite some time. And we know that long-term, over the next coming months, the next year, the price will be going up. Okay, so anyhow, this is the 4-hour chart coming down. 1 hour shows the sell, 30 minutes shows the sell. So what we can expect this week is most likely the first half of the week should be dropping. Okay, and then around the middle of the week it should go back up. So all in all, we should expect mostly a flat range of market. I don't really see any trends develop. We should, you know, like I said, we'll see the price, a lot of highs and lows. If you keep your charts on a 30 minutes time frame, you should be perfectly safe to both buy and sell. With this being the US dollar, I'd wait to the New York session on Monday before I go placing any trades, okay, just to see what the US dollar is doing. But yeah, I would probably sell right now, wait for the price to drop, and then when you get another blue arrow on the 30-minute time frame, then you can buy and wait for the price to go up. If you look here at US dollar versus Japanese yen, okay, kind of see this same thing in a way. The price had definitely risen up, but then started to go back down and hit a blue arrow here, which is interesting. Okay, so I have a feeling it's going to be dropping more. If you look at the 4-hour chart, it shows to go up, but we are at a pretty strong level of resistance right here. So with no red arrow, it still could be dropping. If you look at the daily chart, it shows to drop. So the daily chart is a stronger signal than the 4-hour. So yes, this definitely looks like it will be going up. Okay, if you look at the weekly chart, it shows to sell. So again, all right, it should be dropping. Okay, long term. Now this is the USD JPY, so it's, you know, kind of its own animal, if you will. So is past couple weeks has been really fighting to go down. It's been up and down, more or less moving sideways. If you zoom out on the daily chart, you see that the price, oops, I'll need to zoom out. The price that hit here, hit a strong level of resistance, and it's just kind of going sideways, keeps bouncing back up to this level of resistance, and now it should be going back down. Okay, I know the 4-hour doesn't show the sell, but if you look at the 30-minute time frame, it shows the buy right now. So I would again wait until the New York session on Monday before placing any trades. It probably will shoot back up some and then form another red arrow and then drop. Okay, but overall we probably can expect mostly a range of market with a slight downtrend. Okay, this one should be dropping. All right, in the next couple weeks, I would predict this to be dropping. If we look at the US dollar versus Canadian dollar, okay, this is last but not least, right? We see a similar thing where the price shot up and hit a strong level of resistance here, and it's already starting to work its way back down. If we look at the 4-hour chart, again, it's already coming down. So we can expect to be selling the US dollar versus Canadian dollar, USDCAD, right? So yes, it should be dropping for most of the week, but the daily chart shows the buy and the weekly chart shows the buy. So we know long term is going to be going up. Okay, but in the short term for this week, I do feel it would be dropping for the majority of the week. And probably what's going to happen, the 1-hour shows the sell, 30-minute shows the sell. Probably what's going to happen is the first half of the week we will see the price drop, and then around the middle of the week the price will spike back up some. Okay, I do think it will be dropping probably the next couple of weeks. All right, and this is already the middle of November, so probably the remainder of November we will see this drop back down. All right, who knows, but that is what I can predict based on what I'm seeing here and what I have seen in the past. Okay, so yeah, you should be safe to both buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame. Just know that this price will probably be dropping more than it will be going up. Okay, so anyhow, if you have any questions at all about these predictions, or if you need me to analyze another currency pair not listed here, I don't mind. Just feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first. Also, I put a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. Okay, so that way myself and everybody in the group, we can all collaborate as a team. All right, so anyhow, hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Please let me know if there's any way I can help you at all with Forex. Thank you so much.